And for those of you that are not too familiar with what this is all about tonight, in a nutshell, it's about a particular song and a very unusual pair of swimming trunks. And I think it's only fair for me to tell you a little bit about the history of these trunks. Oh my God. So, it all started about a month and a bit ago now. I was just having a couple of beers at the bar with my friends, and we were reminiscing on Southampton back in the 60s. And Annie behind the bar produced a book portraying just that. And I was turning over the pages and I came across a picture of Southampton's Lido. Now the Lido used to be an open-air swimming baths at the bottom end of town in an area that was known as Western Esplanade. And give or take a few yards, if you look at that used to be where Toys R Us now, where they are now. You try telling that after a few pints of Guinness, okay? However, being a very keen swimmer from a very young age, I lived and breathed in this Lido almost every weekend. And the summer months it was obviously very, very busy. And there came a time when I thought to myself, hey Bob, it's about time you bought yourself a new pair of swimming trunks. So we will now go to the summer of '67. I found myself in a department store called Edwin Jones, which of course you all now know as Debenhams. And I have to tell you now, when I go shopping for something to wear, even to this day, if something comes back to me a little bit odd, or shall we say a one-off, you better believe I'm going to buy it. I was sifting through the old swimming section in this department store, and lo and behold, there they were, bouncing back at me like a searchlight. I thought, if these buggers fit, I'm going to have them. And I have to tell you, the price on these now, this particular pair of trunks, was 7 shillings and 6 pence. That might not mean a lot to you nowadays, but back then I was an apprentice cooper learning to make beer barrels. And 7 and 6 pence was 1/3 of my weekly wage. However, having bought these buggers, I tell you what, I'm champing at the bit now to air them in public, of course. And it was a beautiful hot summer Saturday, and I am in the Lido like a rat up a drain pipe. And the place is absolutely heaving. And there's me in amongst all of these people, and I am strutting my stuff like a rampant peacock looking for a mate. And there's a certain section of this vast swimming pool that I can go in one side, go right the way across to the other side, and come out without coming up for air. Not saying I'm a show-off or anything. So I go in, do the distance, and I come out the other side reminiscent of a penguin in the Antarctic. The only problem I've got now is, I come out, but the trunks didn't. Now that is a tad embarrassing, to put it mildly. Because one is not looking one's best when one is cold and wet. However, getting back to the banter at the bar, by this time there's a lot more people arrived now, and they're all into this story. And I just happened to mention, having purchased these trunks 47 years ago, I've still got them. That's the first mistake. Not only do they want to see them now, they want to see me in them, don't they? Now you've got to bear in mind that these trunks haven't been out of the drawer since 1970. So I have grave doubts whether I can even get in them, let alone do anything with them. But they are here. A tad tight, but they are here. Now, as a lot of you know, I like to express my vocal cords over the weekend when there's karaoke. And there's a particular song that I love singing, and it was recorded by a fabulous band called the Eagles, and of course it is Hotel California. So it was by a unanimous decision that I would sing this song when karaoke comes to Calmore, just wearing these infamous trunks and a pair of flip-flops. So here we are. So I thought to myself, if I'm going to do this, well then why not try generate some money? I've never been sponsored in my entire life, but the sponsor here tonight is London Owls Arthritis Care. And I have great pleasure to announce to you, all of you good people now, that over this last month or so, I've managed to generate £750. And I thank you for that. So now, without any further ado, let's get this bloody show on the road, shall we?
Whatever happened to Larry the Lamb?
Poor Larry. On a dark desert highway, cooling in my hair. Once my love Calitas, rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, so shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. As she stood in the doorway, I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way.
Jim.
There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Anytime of year, you can find me here. Her man is the most twisted. She got a Mercedes-Benz. She got a lot of secrets and boys she calls friends. How we dance in the courtyard, sweet summer
And I've got a
sweats.
YouTube account, I can just bang it straight on.
To remember, some dance for day. So I called up the captain and said, please bring me my wife. And he said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are all
Fucking quality, isn't it?
far away. Like a record in the middle of the night, just to hear them say, hey, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. We're living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise for your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling, your pink champagne on ice. And she said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. In the master's chambers, they are gathered for the feast. They stab it with their stealing knives, but they just can't kill the beast.
I've just done information through. We have raised a further £150, making a massive total of £900 raised! Well done indeed.